Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Computer Era. So this is tutorial number 10 on Java programming. In this tutorial I'll be talking about the decision making statements in Java. So this video was late little bit than the last one. So let's continue this video and understand what basically decision making means and what are the decision making statements in Java. Whenever you think of a decision making, so decision making is a programming similar to the decision making in a real life. Must be thinking how. So every programming concept has been taken from the real life. So in programming also we face also some situations where we want a certain block of the code to be executed when certain condition is fulfilled. So programming language uses control statements to control the flow of execution of a program based on the certain conditions. Okay. These are used to cause the flow of execution to advance and branch and based on the change to the state of program. So here you can see it is a general form of the typical decision making. Here you can see this is a condition that if the condition is fulfilled, the conditional code will be executed. If it is not fulfilled, it will come out of the conditional code, and here it will be there whatever the next statement that will be executing. So this is a general form of the typical decision making. So if we talk about the decision making statements, there are basically 4 decision making statements in Java. So here that, and even I have told you about jump and control break, that is break and continue. I have told you in the last video. So here only I am talking about if else, nested if and switch statements. So let's understand each statement one by one. What are the syntax of each statement, what are the importance of the statements, and even the implementation in a programming concept. So let's talk about the first one, that is if statement in Java. An if statement, so you read the first line, an if statement consists of a Boolean expression followed by one or more statement. So if a statement, if we talk about it is the most simple decision making statement. It is used to decide whether a statement or a block of statement will be executed or not. That is, if certain condition is true, then a block of statement is executed, otherwise not. It's so simple. So here you can see this is the syntax of a, so here you can see this is the syntax, of a if statement. So here condition after evaluation will be either true or false. So it is a Boolean expression, so definitely it will result in a true or false. If it is true, this statement will be executed, the statement will be executed if the Boolean expression is true. Here you can see. So this is the thing. Now let's understand it with a flowchart. So here is a flowchart, that is, so here you can see here the condition if statement. If it is true, the conditional code will be executed, but if it is false, it directly comes out of the loop and execute the next statement whatever it is. So this is about the flow diagram. So let's see the programming implementation of the if. So for that you need to open the Eclipse, So here you can see the programming implementation of the if. So I have taken a class if, since I have to make you understand. I'm just giving the structure of the program just now. When I'll be finishing up with the programming concept and all, I'll be working on a live project before you, so that project will be decided by you. So before that, let me understand and let me tell you what is if, that I have told you the syntax of if the condition is true, it will be executed. So here you can see what is that. I've taken a class, so it is a main method, and the main method I have declared a variable of integer type, and it has been initialized also with the 10. So here it is that Boolean expression if x less than 20. So what I tell, if the Boolean expression is true, the statement will be executed. This statement will be executed. So here you get output. This is if statement. So if here the condition was true, x less than 20, that is 10 less than 20. Yes, condition was true. That is this is output. This is the output of the into the next one, that is if else statement in Java. Yes, if else statement means just take it in your own sense, just if, otherwise else. So here you see if can be followed by an optional else statement which executes when the Boolean expression is false. The syntax of the if else statement, here you can see this is the Boolean expression. This is the Boolean expression. It executes when the Boolean expression is true, and else if the Boolean expression is false. So if statement along tells that if a condition is true, it will execute a block of statement, but if condition is false, it won't. But what if we want to do something else? So if the condition is false, here comes this else statement. So we can use the else statement with if statement to execute the block of code when the condition is false. So this is all about that if else. So the flow diagram here you can see this is the thing. If statement is true, this is if block, that if code will be executed. If it is false, the else code will be executed. So let's move to the programming concept of this. Here it is example of a if else. So here you can see that x has been initialized with 30. So here I have given a statement. Okay, so last time that I had given you as a 10, it was true, so it was printing that this is if statement, but here it is false, so we have to check that if it is false, then what else to do. So here it is what else to do. What else to do is to, this is else statement, so the condition will be false, it will print else statement. So run it and save, check whether it's. So here you can see this is else statement, this is output. So here you saw that if the condition is true, it will execute the block of the if, but if the statement is false, it is executing the else statement. That is nested if. Yes, nested if, nested loops means if in if, means one if in another if, another if in another if. So that's what it follows like that. So here you can see it is always legal to nest if else statement, which means you can use one if or else if statement inside another, or if or else if statement. See here it is a if else statement. A nested if is an statement that is target of another if else. Nested if statement means an if statement inside an if statement. Yes, Java allows to nest if statement within if statement. We can place if statement inside another if statement. So here you can see the syntax of that nested if boolean expression, execute the boolean expression 1 is true. If boolean expression 2 is true, then execute the boolean expression 2 is true. This is the thing. Here you can see the flow diagram of the nested if. So here you can see this is a text expression. If it was a false, it moved to the next text expression. There it was a false, then body of the nested else, then moved to the next statement just below it, or body of if. So this is the diagram of a nested if. So let's see the programming concept of this. Here you can see nested if I am talking about. This is a nested if example in the programming concept. So here you can see x has been initialized with 30, and I am taking the same programming solution just to make you the differences, and then when we'll be using it in a programming, when we'll making some interesting programming, then there will be using these concepts. At that time you will understand these all things. It is just a structure, it is the thing that you have to follow. So here you can see if x is equal to 10, print that if x is at the value of x is 10, if the x is equal to 20. So this is the operator that I have told you. Don't understand what is this, so refer to my video, that's operator in Java. There you will understand this, the meaning of this operator. It is checking the value, and then x is equal to 30, then value of x is 30. So this is all about. So let's run it. So here it is a if, nested if. It is a concept of a nested if is another if is another if, means within an if there is another if. So let's run it and check it. So here you can see that value of x is 30. So here what it does, firstly that x came over here, it matches the condition was false, then it came over here else if, again it was false, then again it came to the x is equal to, then here 30 is equal to 30. Yes, the condition was true, then it printed at value of x is equal to 30. But if that condition was also false, then it would have moved to the last statement, that is else. This is the else statement. Coming to the last decision making statement, that is switch statement in a Java. Yes, this will be switch statement in Java allows a variable to be tested for equality against a list of values. Yet each value is called a case, and the variable being switched on is checked for each case. If you look at the syntax of a switch, it is like this: switch expression. If the expression is true, accordingly that value will be executed. That value has to be taken over here. The switch statement is a multi-way branch statement. It provides an easy way to dispatch execution to different parts of the code based on the value of expression. And now if you look at a flow diagram of a switch statement, it is like this: expression and then value. Accordingly that code block will be executed. If the case 1 is true, then it will be executed. If case 2 is true, this will be executed. If case 3 is there, then it will be executed. So let's see the programming concept of this. So here you can see that what I have done in a switch statement. Here I have taken a grade character type one, that it is a grade C, and then it has taken as a grade. So here what I told, it compares on the basis of value the expression is C. This will match, and that will be true. So here you can see if case A is true, it will print excellent, case B, then case C, and then the same way it follows like that. So here case C should be true, so it should print well done. So let's see what it is doing. So here, well done, your grade is C. So that is well done, it has taken, and then your grade is C, that it has printed. So this is that on the expression. The expression has been taken not in the value of a true or false. Here it has been taken in the value of a in the form of value. So whatever your expression gives value, that following case will be executed. This is a very interesting thing because it is a multi-branch expression. So such is really a good and interesting, and it will be really helpful in a programming concept. So this was all about the decision making statements in Java. So thank you for watching, friends. Subscribe if you are a new user, and do hit like button and comments with your views. Thank you, friends.